Good morning. Welcome to today's meeting. Construction means dozens, hundreds, or sometimes even thousands of tasks covering foundations, walls, ceilings, roofing, joinery, or finishing works, all carried out in the right order and with the right technology. We often say that paper will take anything. And indeed, on paper, everything looks simple. But in practice, chaos may arise. Tasks are performed by different crews at different times. Workers have varying levels of experience, and along the way, many unexpected situations may occur, causing delays in the progress of specific tasks. Sometimes it's even hard to establish who is actually responsible for the delays and at what stage they arose. That is why today I would like to show how we can take control of a construction project in an organized and practical way. We will do this using the example of a small house model. Thanks to that, we will easily follow the process step by step and see how we can organize the sequence of tasks and monitor the current status of work on site along with data on what was done, when, and by whom. The most common sources of problems are lack of a schedule, lack of up-to-date information about work progress, and lack of clarity about who is responsible for a specific stage. And these three areas, sequence, updates, and responsibility, are crucial if we want to have construction under control. The first step is to establish the sequence of tasks and define groups of elements which will be built in the same way at the following stages. You can see on the record creating technological groups of elements that are also divided into the order of implementation by stories. So we have groups with elements for site preparation, foundation construction, construction of walls and slabs on subsequent floors. Now you can see adding a new group. You can name it. And you can add elements from model. Now you can see more groups with definition of their titles. When the groups are prepared, we can focus on process path preparation. Process paths are defined in the Template Manager window. We create here the general processes of building walls, construction of reinforced concrete slabs, roof execution path, or windows installation. Definition of subsequent tasks for each process can be general or more detailed. Here we can see some of example tasks to perform. For example, we plan that for making slabs, we will first set up formwork and scaffolding, then install reinforcement, concrete the slab, and check the load capacity and quality of the element on the building site. Now we see more templates. Each of templates of the process has specific works that need to be done. So you have here also the example of Windows installation process, and you can see the tasks that need to be performed to do it. For each of tasks, you can also see that there are colors that are automatically added. Next thing that we need to do is to connect groups with appropriate processes. This is something that we need to do before reporting works. So just like creating the groups themselves and creating the process templates themselves, this is kind of preparatory work. So we need to establish to which groups of elements we set which process. For example, in this model, we have walls divided into two standard floors. So each group of walls from the first and second floor will get the same template that regards erection of walls. It matters which elements are built in what order, as well as what specific tasks are required for them to be completed. Once the plan is ready, work on site can begin. Every completed task should be updated in real time by entering who did what and when. This way, information about what has been completed, what is in progress, and what is waiting to start is transparent and easily accessible. This greatly simplifies current state analysis and management. Another key aspect is responsibility. Each task is assigned to a contractor. Thanks to that, when something goes wrong, there is no need to search or argue about who is to blame, because deadlines and responsible persons, companies are entered in real time. And the entire history about the construction is always available. This approach can be used both in the construction of a small house as well as in larger project. Let's consider how the construction process would look in the case of a small house. We have an IFC model and a plot, the construction site where the work will take place. The site manager must plan the sequence of tasks for building the foundations and define which elements are to be created at each following stage. When the plan is prepared and work begins, the person responsible for reporting enters the data. First, Groundworks company prepared the site, and the solid base company constructs the foundation slab. You can see here different information that regards specified tasks. When we go to walls from the first floor, we can see that the template is empty. When the first tasks from this process is done, the person responsible for updating the report will fill the form with correct data. In the system, we mark who performed the task and when it was finished. In the IFC model, we can enable color coding. This way, we can see the current status of each element. We can see both color in the Status Manager table, on the element, and also information in the property panel after clicking on elements. 9th September on the building site, the first floor walls were done. For that reason, the data can be entered. Another day, on the 15th September, different contractor did the level checks and controlled the quality of works. We can also mark with the color the current status, as you can see. And what next? Next days, next reports. So we skip to second floor slab. And on the 22 October, formwork and scaffolding is done. So the responsible person for entering the data is filling the form. Next days, next reports. We don't need information about subcontractor in this case, in this example, so we change a bit template and we fill the next tasks that were done on 26th of October. And this day, you can see that we're finished reinforcement installation and also concreting. Another day, we have the last task to finish the second slab, and it regards quality report and control. Next days, person responsible for entering data will manage data that regards stairs. You can see here the template that is prepared to fulfill the data of the exact data of different tasks deadlines. We continue the same way on the upper floor, the attic, and roof. Everything follows a defined sequence. Let's highlight the key points regarding the plugin. The plugin enables the flexible reporting. You can mark the execution of elements from entire group, or you can indicate only some of the elements that you want to declare in the report. Now you can see that just the external walls were reported. Plugin supports uploading model revisions. So if your model change, if you will get revision, you can still check the report and follow your work. From the BIMvision window, you can also easily access the help file with explanations of different buttons and functions. The plugin is easy and quick to install. And the database with reports can be stored in shareable folder. So you can see here that after you open the model, the IFC model, and with your plugin, the database is created. During your work, when you are working on a model with plugin, you can also see that the SDB file is created. But once you close the model with the plugin, you will see that this file will disappear. Everything will be stored in the database of Construction Manager file. The first person that opened the file with database gets the admin rights. So in this case, that person have the specific role and can also delete some elements or some processes and change the general data and settings in the plugins. However, other people who join the session will get the user rights and they can also add reports, add the data, and monitor the tasks, how they are performed, and what data is already provided. People can enter current data simultaneously from different computers. The plugin allows for exports the data to CSV file format, so the data can be accessed from the Excel or from the plugin window. So, how to start with the Construction Manager plugin? First, you need to respond for the simple question: do you have BIMvision? If yes, then great. You will see next how to add the plugin, but to start is even easier than you think. If no, no worries. You will see next how to add the plugin and how to install BIMvision. You just need to install it from the website BIMvision.eu. When you already have your BIMvision, now the question is if you have the plugin. If yes, great. You just need to jump in and start using the plugin. If no, you can download the demo version or purchase full version of plugin in the store. You will find the BIMvision store by going to the website store.bimvision.eu. So in case you don't have plugin installed, we go to store BIMvision EU and search for Construction Manager plugin. We click on Construction Manager plugin and then we can download the installer. Once you buy the plugin, you will get the full license of it. Until that, you can check and browse the demo version. What does using the Construction Manager plugin provide in practice? First, a clear sequence of tasks integrated with the indication of specific elements in the IFC model. Second, up-to-date information about the construction status. In the model, we see what is already done, which tasks are completed, and what still lies ahead. The investor doesn't need to visit the site to understand what has been completed and to what extent. Third, accountability. It is clear who was assigned to which stage. Construction is always a challenge, but a well-organized process and the ability to track progress in real time guarantee peace of mind to the investor, site manager, and contractors. I hope the example showed you that even a small construction project can be managed in a very professional way and that digital tools and IFC models support us every step of the way. As we wrap up the main part of the webinar, before moving on to the Q&A session, it's worth saying a few more words about BIMvision and Datacomp's mission. At Datacomp, our vision is to drive the digital transformation of the construction industry through open, smart, and collaborative BIM solutions. We strive to meet needs of construction companies, contractors, designers, and managers working with the BIM environment. Thanks to our many years of experience and our wonderful clients, we understand the expectations of today's world. BIMvision lies at the heart of the vision. As a powerful and flexible platform connecting data, teams, and process worldwide. BIMvision's open IFC foundation and plugin ecosystem allow users to tailor the tool to their specific workflows. The platform not only provides stable core for opening IFC files and offer tools for viewing, navigating, browsing, or measuring, but also allows extend the operation by plugins. The plugins are dedicated to different areas of activity. They are created by Datacomp company or externals developers. The plugins showcase the BIMvision flexibility perfectly. Let's browse just a few examples of plugins. So, for example, we have plugins that focus on creating detailed data tables and element property summaries. We also have plugins that are designed for precise quantity takeoffs using both model geometry and property data to streamline quantities calculations. In example, takeoff reports plugin. We also have plugins that enable topic-based discussion and comments in the BCF format that improves collaboration and communication between project stakeholders. In this example, we see, for example, IFC comments BCF plugin. Plugins that make possible to verify information requirements in the model using the format developed by BuildingSmart, the IDS, Information Delivery Specification. We have plugin IDS Checker. Whether the plugin that allow opening multiple IFC models simultaneously in one BIMvision window, which allows for multi-directional work on several projects, in example concerning different industries or different parts of the project. That were just a few examples of different plugins, but I hope that you could see different areas of IFC tools that support daily work. And I hope that this few examples were interesting for you. For over 30 years, Datacomp has been supporting users all around the world. It is thanks to you and for you that we continue to grow, striving to make our solutions ever better and always up to date. It was also thanks to your suggestions that the Construction Manager plugin was created, addressing the needs of investors, site managers, and general contractors on the construction site. We hope that today's presentation allowed you to familiarize yourself with the dedicated tool and with the possibilities of working in the open BIM environment. Opening the short Q&A session, I would like to announce that the Construction Manager plugin's lead developer, Evgeny Borodavka, is also present at today's webinar. Feel free to ask any questions to me or the developer. Now you can ask your questions, or you can also write the questions in the chat area. Let's see the questions. Okay, about recording, we are recording today's meeting, so I'm not sure when exactly, but I think we will share the video with you. We will contact people who write here, or you can follow the media, social media, and our YouTube channel. Hmm. Okay, about the plugin that automatically extract wall vectors from drawings in a PDF and export as IFC file. I think that we don't have such at all. I understand that someone asked if we can generate the IFC elements from the PDF. If yes, we don't have such solution, and I think that also it would be hard to create such plugin. However, we can also think internally, and I can respond later on via email. About the 2D drawing support and point cloud, we are working about plugin on to support point cloud. So I hope that in the future it will appear. About 2D drawing, there is the plugin that support construction design, but it needs also the CAD software to take geometry from IFC file, and then you can work on this general draft in the CAD software. But at the moment we don't have like something like generating of floors. We also think about such plugin, and so I hope that we will get something like this. At the moment, we have like we can store the images, but it's not the CAD format, just like 2D drawing without layers and so on. About purchasing plugins. So in general, when you purchase plugin, it is lifelong license. However, we have something like maintenance that if the like the big version of BIMvision appear, like the major version, you will need this maintenance to get your plugins and update the whole software. So without update, you can stay in your current version of BIMvision and then there use the plugins. But if you want to have updates and always up-to-date version, you need to have this maintenance active. But it's not expensive. It's just a small price for this maintenance. About the generation of simulations, this plugin don't have such a thing. We can, mark by colors the elements, and for example, use different plugin to, for example, keep the drawings. But we don't have like animation in this plugin. In advanced reports, you can do a simple animation if you are interested in something like this. However, it's a different solution. You can export CSV file from different windows of this plugin. I'm not sure if also processes and groups, probably yes. for sure from the report. But if you want, for example, use your tasks and your processes on different model, you can export it and import it. So once you do your job and you will work out your processes, you can also use it later on different models and also edit them later on. Unfortunately, this one plugin is not included in subscription license because it's not like data comp plugin. It is the plugin that were created in collaboration with external developer. So all data comp plugins are involved in subscription license, and then you don't need any maintenance. However, in case of external plugins or in such collaboration, it's not involved in the subscription license. About the updates of plugins, I think I responded more or less before. If there will be updates of just plugin, updates are free. Maybe if there would be like the great change of plugin that will totally change how it works, maybe then there would be some price for such update. But I think that that in general we don't have any price and any fees for updating plugins. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure if I will if I understand fully the question about the authoring model format and best practice to update validations classifications for future benefits. But I think that this feature connected with revisions match here. So you can upload the revision of your model. And we also have different plugins, for example, Module Compare, that can clearly show you which elements were changed and also in which way. So if, for example, some elements disappeared or if they were new in revision, or if some of information regarding the elements changed. Can we calculation column and alloc separately? I'm not sure. I don't understand. I mean, if you want to calculate the quantities, we have different plugins for that. If you need, I mean, if you want to change a bit template in the plugin, you can do it. I mean, there are few data that you can provide, but you can also put there less data if you don't need more. And the stuff in Windows are divided, so the Windows works as I showed. So so we cannot separate their other stuff. If I didn't respond clearly for this question, I can also contact the person later on to understand maybe better the question. Is it possible to collect more IFC into one model? IFC model of building plus ventilation. Okay, so the question here is about possibility of collecting a few IFC. and I understand merging to one model. So we have the plugin IFC merge. And if your models, if your files are in the same IFC file format, as well the units are unified between them, you can merge them. And to do it, you need IFC merge plugin. And it's also comfortable in this case to have model multi-file. That plugin allows you to open many IFC files in one BIMvision window. So having both those plugins allows you to do it very quickly. However, it's enough to have just IFC merge and demo version of model multi-file to also do this. Here I have the question about complex models and the generation of geometry. When this issue will be resolved. So, okay, in general, sometimes it might happen that we won't read some geometry. In general, we have a really good quality of this, and lots of files are opening, but for some reasons, some we don't read. And in this case, the best way to open your file is to contact with us. I will show you our contact in the end, and then we are checking the case, because sometimes it might happen that we don't read some element, and then we can work on it. But sometimes it's also happened that there are errors in the IFC files. And usually in this case, we suggest or we point what's wrong with the file, and the user can contact the software who exports the IFC, or to correct IFC file. Also, we worked on IFC for free and infrastructure elements, in example, alignment. And in the newer version 3.1, we also open this kind of this kind of models. So for infrastructure, like bridges, roads, and so on. In this topic of infrastructure, we are growing, but we still are doing our best to read your geometry in the best way. What specific feature, solution, or model within the construction under control managing works on site with IFC? Okay, so I'm not sure if maybe Evgeny, would you like to respond to the question about the specific feature that extends the Construction Manager plugin? I think that maybe you can take this one.
Okay, thank you. I don't understand why it's questions for developers. Maybe it was for users, but from developer side, I must say it was many challenging tasks during development of this plugin, and well, I can't separate one I proud the most, but I must say the final version of this plugin now, it is not the initial version when we started. So we include many improvements from the first initial version to this current version, and there are a lot of feature that was very difficult to improve. But if you want to hear about one, the most challenging feature, what I proud I think this is undo actions. This was very challenging task from our team, and I'm proud we done it in this way. So that's my answer for your question. Hope you satisfied.
Yes, I think that also the response was satisfying. I also can add that I think that the database is really a good point. I mean, really important thing, because few people can enter the data at once, and they can see, you know, their works in real time. So it's very important thing, and also you don't need to like remember to save your work, because every time you put the data, and the database will remember it. After you close, everything is there stored. So it's also, I think, very important and feature that extends this plugin from other. Is there an option to mirror an IFC? No, we can, if you have a few files, we can move them. Now we also can, in the new version, we can also rotate model. However, at the moment, we don't have possibility to save the rotation of model in the IFC file. So you can store it in BIMvision file. And also you can move a few models and then store them in new location together as a new IFC file, but we cannot, we don't have function to mirror the IFC, the geometry. Is there an easy way to use BIMvision to report the building's greenhouse gas emissions? I recommend to see the IFC Green plugin. It's plugin dedicated for environment analysis. There is also kind of database about some information, but you can change it, and you can also put their new parameters and extend the functionality of this plugin. But for this question, I will direct you to IFC Green plugin. How to manage IFC properties? Could we edit, like add new information into it? Okay, so we have also the plugin that name is IFC Edit. We cannot edit attributes, so we won't change the type of element or name of element or in general information that you can see in the element specific node in BIMvision. However, you can change the properties of elements, also property sets. You can erase them, and also you can add new property sets with new properties also for many elements at once. Okay. Now I see that in the chat you can also see the IFC Green plugin. I will also write to those people who asked if my question was for some questions not clear. I will contact in this few questions where I wasn't sure if I understand you well. So in this few questions I will contact also later. Okay, so let's go with the end of presentation. I understand that with questions we are okay. We are done for now. Yes, and in the end, there is just contact details here. So if you have more questions, or maybe you didn't put your question, or maybe my answer was not enough for you, you can always contact me. Here are my address email and the general contact email, so you can write us. And you also can find me on LinkedIn, but for business matters, I recommend to write an email to me. My name is Hanna Łukaszewska. I'm working in BIM development department, and I'm a product owner of BIMvision in Datacomp. You can also see here the website from BIMvision, so you can see there also store, so you can browse plugins and you can find out more. We also have there some articles with some recordings, so I hope that you will find there a lot of interesting information for you. Thank you for today, and I wish you that each of your construction projects is always under control. Thank you very much for today.